Why, hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this happens to be my review for Lee Cronin's The Mummy. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys. Alright guys, trying to be a little bit freaky there for ya. I'm the mummy. But oh my god. So I enjoyed this. I really did. I really enjoyed the hell out of this one. I don't have much to say. So if you guys don't know, this is my second favorite horror franchise is Evil Dead. Or the Evil Dead films. I don't think there's a single bad Evil Dead movie. Now, my favorite modern horror movie is Evil Dead Rise. That might sound a little bit confusing to you because I have, I think I made a video. I think I changed... I did change my list, and Weapons was my favorite until I changed it around. So I have changed it. Be sure to go check out my Letterboxd, which does have my updated modern horror movies. Which is funny because I just made that video last year. But I digress. So, Evil Dead Rise is my favorite modern horror movie. My favorite modern horror movie. Now, there's Halloween, there's the original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween, and there's the new, the Halloween 2018, the first one of the new trilogy, which is my second favorite. I love Michael Myers' horror character, and I love the Halloween movies. I love just the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, that. But I love Evil Dead. There's no single bad Evil Dead movie, that's what I said. So the last Evil Dead movie, directed by Lee Cronin, is the director of this. And his name is plastered on this poster, or on the poster, on the title. And right before this movie, I took a picture of it to show one of my classmates because about the new Evil Dead movie, because people thought it was going to be delayed because the character plays Ash in, the franchise. What is his name? Bruce Campbell. And has cancer now. So my classmate was like, oh no, they're not going to put out a trailer yet. They're going to make sure he's okay. And I said, well, that doesn't make sense because he's not really in this one. He's in the next one, which is coming out next April. So I didn't understand that. Then I see a trailer for the new Evil Dead today, as of this recording. Not this video being uploaded, but when this video is being uploaded, or when this video is being made, I saw the trailer for the movie. So the new teaser, Evil Dead teaser, I got to see it. It looks great. It's just a little tease, so I can't wait to see it. Moved up 2 weeks from July 24th to July 10th. Can't wait for that. Now, I thought that this movie was 3 different things merged into one. That being specifically Evil Dead. I thought that, when I heard people saying, oh, it's just, more Evil Dead stuff. It's the guy that did the last Evil Dead. But that got me excited. I'm not going to lie to you. That got me really excited. And I don't know if people were, turned away. This couple next to me was like, oh, I'm not ready for this. Don't do that. I don't know if that's because just they don't like horror, if they didn't know this was a horror movie. And I got 2 things wrestling around in my brain here. That people either thought this is a new version of Brendan Fraser's Mummy, or they didn't know how grotesque this movie was going to be. It's a fun action. Like, if they didn't know, okay, it doesn't tie into Brendan Fraser's, but maybe it's a new version, right? No, it's horror. It's like, if you didn't see Evil Dead Rise, you're not ready. So I kind of knew what I was in for, and it was amazing. So it has Evil Dead kills that I absolutely adored. I say kills, but gnarly stuff. Throughout the movie, I'm like, okay, surely, in the finale, I'm like, surely that character can't be alive when a scorpion goes into her throat, jabs her out of the throat, and I'm like, I guess at that point, you would have to be stabbed in the heart or the head to die. But I thought, stabbed through the throat, that's a pretty brutal way. I thought she was just going to lay there like, but no, she just walks up, not like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, just like, oh, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you and your daughter. Katie, so basically Katie's the mummy. Katie gets kidnapped, and this daughter, I felt so bad for the daughter. She was like a really loving daughter. But by the end, long story short, she's back to normal. The dad takes over, and I'm getting too far ahead. So what I loved is that you're like, what is this review? There were great Evil Dead kills in there when Katie becomes the mummy, and along the way, something I was wondering about as I was watching the movie before making this review, and I had to look up the cast. The mom looked a lot like the mom from Paddington, who's also the woman, the mom or whatever, the lady in the movie Bring Her Back, the horror movie Bring Her Back from like last year that I really didn't like. But it wasn't her. Sally Hayes, I think is her name. But the girl Katie, the mummification version, like the teenage version that was later like used, like crawling around or whatever. Like I wanted to give her an Oscar for her talent, and it was different from the prologue version before she gets kidnapped. So they were different, and I'm assuming that the brother was different, the prologue brother, and then the teenage brother was different. And I thought that the new girl, I forget her name, Maeve or whatever her name was. The younger sister looked familiar as well, but I didn't know what she wasn't anything. I looked her up, nothing. So I don't know, some familiar. I don't know why I just thought they looked familiar. The mom looked familiar, and then the dad. Oh gosh, he was in something, but I forget what it was. He was in something, but he was familiar. So anyway, good actors all around, and I liked what they brought to the table with the cast. And along the way, there's this tape. They figure out how she became the mummy and the mummification of it all, and the mantra to get her out, like the vomit or like the essence. So they basically do the ring concept. Basically, it's not really the ring, but I just thought of like the tape as the ring. Like, okay, watch the TV. Now you're traumatized by seeing what's on the tape here. So, and I just thought that was a really useful tool. Instead of, I mean, they could have written stuff down. Which there was the daughter of the woman that kidnapped her that had to write stuff down because she got. Oh my God, I wonder if it was the same scorpion thing. No, it wasn't because of the whole mouth, because of her tongue. But anyway, I loved the whole tape thing because I'm not a big fan of Gore Verbinski's The Ring. I love him as a director, and I loved his new movie, but I didn't like The Ring as a horror fan. And this movie, when I was watching the tape, I'm like, this works. This narrative visual works so much better in this movie than it does The Ring. And I was eaten up in the beginning. The setting of Cairo and the locations and everything and the sand. It was just like, this movie has a great aesthetic. And at the end of it, as I was watching it, I'm like, I want to see more from Lee Cronin. I don't exactly want him to do like this style, like keep doing Evil Dead type stuff, but whatever his like vibe is, keep making it, bro. Keep making it. So I love the Evil Dead kills. I love the ring like vibe, like the style of the tape with the ring. That kind of just made me think of that. And then the other notable one, The Exorcist. Now this is one I feel like the Evil Dead moment of it all, because he directed Evil Dead Rise, and then as well as The Exorcist. He didn't do anything with The Exorcist, but I'm saying like The Exorcist trying to get this thing out of like the mummy demon out of her, looks like the demon out of the girl from The Exorcist. So I quite like that. And then the way that they do it, like transfer it to the dad, and then they take the dad to the prison where the woman that kidnapped Katie, and then do that process on her, and then that's how the movie ends. And I was like, and they have the brother of there's a new younger sister of Katie, a brother that's older, and then Katie, and then the mom all connect playing the game until they're together, all living happily, and then they take the dad to the prison of the woman that kidnapped Katie. And I was like, oh, that's genius, because I was like, surely this movie is not going to end on a sour note. Oh, the dad's just got the mummification spirit demon, It's like, that would have made me really angry. But the way they just go in, and the woman that kidnapped Katie has it now, I was like, brilliant. Now, I don't see this going in a franchise route, but I was like, I ate this movie up so much. I want to see more of what Lee Cronin can do in the future. But this was a nice spin-off. Like, in my eyes, this is just a spin-off of Evil Dead with a mummy title, with some Exorcist and The Ring vibes. And I'm all for it. So I don't have much else to say. All that I loved it. And if you're a fan of any of the Evil Dead movies, especially Evil Dead Rise, please check this out. This is worth your time if you're a horror fan and an Evil Dead fan, and specifically Evil Dead Rise fan. But if you're not into grotesque stuff, or if you're thinking, oh, you're just looking for more of like Brendan Fraser's or like an action type movie, this is not it. It will not vibe well for you. But with that recommendation in mind, I totally recommend it to you. And with those thoughts in mind, I recommend it to you. But if you're not looking for that type of substance, funny because I love the movie The Substance. If you're not, that's not what you're looking for, I don't recommend it. But here's my review, or that was my review. Here's my rating of it, my score. I would give it. I have not made a post on Letterboxd yet. Be sure, by the way, I said this already in the video. Be sure to go check over my Letterboxd. Just a little side note. I love posting my reviews there, and I am a Patreon now. I'm a Patreon member over there on Letterboxd. So be sure to check me out. Check me out. I'm Cool Rick. Sorry, that's a Rick and Morty reference. Hey, check me out. I'm Cool Rick. Yo. But yeah, I'm a Patreon member. I got a cool, Spider-Verse banner, and I like to customize my posters and make reviews. So come check me out. And I got, got my own banner up top, and I customized the backdrops and posters on the site. So what I think is the coolest version of it. So anyway, yeah. So I have not made a post about it yet, but I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars, because I think I gave Evil Dead Rise a 5 out of 5. Like, I love all the Evil Dead movies. I would give this one a 4 out of 5 and 80%, because that's how much I dug the hell out of this movie. So that's what I'll give it. And I'll give it an A-. It wasn't, if it was an Evil Dead, I might say an A+, but it wasn't Evil Dead. But it was still really, I mean, maybe it's like a solid A, in between an A and an A-. But that's my score and rating. Don't forget to leave a like down below if you did enjoy this review. Let me know if you've seen the movie. If you're going to go check it out, I recommend it. Like, again, if you're an Evil Dead fan, horror fan, Evil Dead Rise fan, go check it out. If not, I don't think so. Sit it out. Or if you're just like, I don't want to spend the money, it might be worth checking out. Just wait for streaming. But I'm so glad I went to check this out because I knew I was going to love it. And not that I don't like everything, because Supergirl, I'm worried. Anyway, let me know all that in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm. Watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.